It's a family tradition at the Starke household. The annual backyard rink has always been something Katie Starke and her brother and sisters look forward to.
My whole family played hockey, so basically between all of us and the family have a full team, and it became part of the family culture. So at that point, I couldn't think of any other sport that I would rather play.
A recent grad from York University, Katie received a full athletic scholarship. Hockey was the sport of choice until a serious injury during an exhibition game would end her playing days as a York Lion before the regular season even started.
I sustained a pretty serious concussion. It was a huge adjustment in every aspect of life. Initially I struggled a lot in school, but I was determined not to take a year off.
It was important for me to keep Katie on our roster, even though she wasn't going to play, so that she could access that financial award. And I think that as coaches, you have a duty to players that are injured to help support them through that injury.
Despite the fact that I never played again after first year, he kept me on the roster, and he renewed my scholarship every year until I graduated in 2013.
She's a bright light. I think that she has a lot of different elements that that I'm fortunate enough to have seen in my career through university sport. But she's special. She's was a very strong athlete, a really solid person. She comes from a great family. She's bright and articulate and easy to get along with.
When I needed extra time for exams and stuff, that's when Dan would move in and he would talk to my professors. So I had help on every aspect. So I'm very lucky.
Maintaining an A+ average, Starke wouldn't let the injury keep her down. Hockey would take a back seat. But even before her love of the game was flipped upside down, her life would start to change.
The summer before I arrived at York in 2008, I made an impulse decision to try out for Miss Teen Canada, and I won. I think they liked the idea of this all-Canadian hockey-playing turned model. It's always a really proud moment to represent Canada.
She would go on to represent Canada in Miss Universe traveling the world, but would still not feel 100%.
I felt very proud of her. When she won the Miss Teen Canada and then had to travel around, she was still a pretty sick girl, and so I worried about her overall health.
I know you all can see it. She's Miss Canada, and she's 22 years old.
I always wanted to wear, some sort of hockey jersey as the national costume, but we had troubles making it feminine, and but in the end I wore this awesome maple leaf, and if I could redo it, I would maybe try harder to get the hockey jersey incorporated into that.
After 5 long years, Katie is finally symptom-free. From Miss Canada and now a Toronto investment analyst, Katie continues her quest to break the boundaries of women in hockey.